Hi guys! I know this lighting sucks. Kind of have it like up in the air instead of... I can't tell if it's how I want it to be. I accidentally quit recording. You guys getting tired of me fucking this shit up yet? Because I got up to turn that light off and I had hit pause. And when I came back, I was just going to hit continue recording. But then it was like, whatever. So hopefully you can hear me. Because I also picked up the ranch. We have pizza here. We have cheesy breadsticks there. And I don't know who this we is we're speaking of because I'm by myself. God. And this is the best ranch. I don't care what anyone says. You got your Hill and Valley, your Hidden Valley. You got your knockoff at the store. You got your craft. But then there's Marzetti's. Hashtag not spawns. You know what? If I were ever to get sponsored by a company, it would be a salad dressing company. And we got the Arizona. Green tea, like Arizona green tea, tastes so much better out of a can. It just does. And for anyone about to come in my comments and tell me I'm a fat cow, one, I know. Two, I haven't really eaten anything else today. So, and I woke up at 1 and it's after 7. Well, I woke up at 2, but I was up till 7 a.m. or 6 a.m. or something like that. It's my weekend off. Leave me alone. I know that sucked, but I love this marinara. With this specifically. I'm gonna try it with ranch and marinara. It's not bad. It's pretty good, but it's better with just a marinara by itself. And then you got the crispy cheese on the back. You might be wondering why I have everything over here. This is still healing from having my tooth pulled. I watched a video today. It was somebody's edit of Nikocado Avocado and Orland, and I don't know what the actual video was called. But it was an edit. It was supposed to be funny. But they show all this, like, Orland crying, saying that Nick ruined his life and all this. And Nick, jokingly gets upset and says, oh, you guys' fault because this is all you want to see. Us fighting and me being fat and it. Now, I'll admit, people find it entertaining when they fight, but he could lose weight and still fight with Orland. Skinny people can be just as ratchet as fat people, okay? But I think that he wants to get on my 600-pound life. My thing about that is, if he knows how to lose weight and he knows how to do the right things, just do the right things. Honestly, because to me, if I was skinny and I was healthy, I would not do that to myself. Because it would not be... Because what he's doing to his body could be permanent. You know what I mean? This man used to weigh, like, probably, 100 and some pounds, and he was vegan. But somewhere in one of his videos, and how true this was, I don't know. He could have said it just to, like, you know, just as something to say in the video. Apparently when he was a vegan, he wasn't healthy either, because even though he was thin, he wasn't eating, like, real vegetables. He was eating, like, rice and beans and things like that. And I don't know if he just said that so that people would, like, you know, leave him alone about his diet, which obviously hadn't worked, or if that was actually how he was. What I want to see, not about Nick or anything, but I saw, you can watch, like, clips of this show where they take somebody who, like, overeats and is heavy, and they switch them with somebody who barely eats at all, and they're thin, and they switch their diets. So, and usually, the people usually end up getting healthier or whatever. But I want to see a diet program where they take somebody who's, like, overweight, like Nick, and then they take someone that's underweight and really skinny, and they don't switch them, but they plan their meals and everything, and they eat by the food pyramid. They eat by the food pyramid, they work out as much as they're supposed to, fruits and vegetables and everything. I want to see what happens to somebody when they actually live by the food pyramid. If they lose weight, if they, you know, like the recommended fruits and vegetables a day, proteins a day, whatever. I want to see if it actually makes somebody healthier. Because I'm very curious, because that's something that they never do. They usually just say, oh, well, you're supposed to eat this many calories, and you're supposed to eat this many calories, but they never sit there and go, oh, it has to be this specific kind of nutrition, it has to be this many servings of vegetables a day, fruits a day, proteins, vitamins, minerals, things like that. And I also am interested to see, oh, that's a ceiling fan. At first I was like, what the fuck is that? I've lived here for almost 3 years now, and, you know, but, you know how adults are supposed to eat, like, 2,000 to 2,500 calories a day? I would be very interested to see if you can get those vitamins and minerals and all that shit from food, and that many servings of everything, and still be under 2,500 calories a day. I'm gonna call this a mini mukbang because I know this is not, you know, a massive amount of food that some people eat when they do a mukbang, which the only people that really do it right are people who are like Chinese or Japanese or whatever the people are that usually do it, because they actually eat the food. They eat it in its entirety. Whereas you have somebody like Trisha Paytas or Nick, and when they would do it, they buy all this food, they have it sitting in front of them, but they don't actually eat all of it. And it's not healthy for you regardless of who you are. But I always wonder how people stay skinny when they eat like that. Is like, do they not eat all day and then they eat that and then the next day they like go to the gym really heavily? Or and then they say that you have people that they'll put it in their mouth, they'll chew it, but then it cuts right before they're supposed to swallow. If you're somebody that does mukbangs and you do that, God bless you, because that's a lot of work. Like, if you sit there and take the food out every single bite you take, and then when you go back through and edit it, you edit out every single time that you spit the food out. That's a lot of work. It just is. I'm gonna dip the pizza in the marinara, even though it's supposed to, I think it's supposed to be the same marinara that's on the pizza. Yeah, it is. It's like sweet. Pizza's one of those foods that's when it's good when it's fresh, it's good when it's cold. And for the first like day and a half, it's good when you heat it up too. After that, it's like, I don't know. It's weird though that their slogan is "No one out pizzas the Hut." There are places that have better pizza, but the reason Pizza Hut is so successful is because it's like easy to fucking say. Let's be honest. Some people can't say the word Domino's. Alright? They have an accent or something, can't say the word Domino's. But Pizza Hut, pretty easy to say. We're getting pizza, where do you want to go? The Hut? Hut. 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 Ain't nobody have time to listen to you say, oh, Papa John's, oh, maybe Caesar's, maybe, no. First of all, if you pick Little Caesars over Pizza Hut, I'm judging you. Hard. I've only had their pizza a few times and I was like, people eat this regularly and don't get diarrhea. And I'm somebody who, I don't mind having diarrhea. If the food tastes good, I don't care if it gives me diarrhea later. I don't care. I really don't give a shit. But I'm gonna tell you now, the diarrhea better be worth it. Some people probably ask why I would do these eating videos. But I do it because maybe somebody wants somebody to sit down and eat with them, but they don't have anybody. I do it because some people just like watching other people eat. And sometimes I want to sit and talk about something, but I also barely ate anything today, like today. And I want to combine, like, the sit and talk and also do a kind of a mukbang type thing. Could you imagine if some anorexic chick got on YouTube and was like, I'm gonna do an invisible food mukbang, guys. See this pie? That was the best pie in the world. What? Could you imagine? And they get a bunch of views just purely because of how fucking weird it is. People are like, are you okay, ma'am? Have you eaten anything recently that would make your brain work so you stop this foolishness? Also, men, straight men on dating sites, y'all need to learn how to take pictures of yourself. Stop taking a picture of you holding a fish. Okay? Here's the thing. We appreciate you have hobbies. We appreciate that you have things that you like to do, that you're good at, that you want to show off. That's great. But that day, you were sitting on a bank or on a boat. You were in the sun all day. You drank half a case of beer and sweated it all out. You probably wolfed down some old food from in the fridge before you went out and sat in the sun all day. You probably look and feel like shit in that picture. You might be smiling because you're holding a fucking fish, but we can see the pain in your eyes. You're like, take the picture. I need to go sit down. I don't feel so good. Sun poison is getting to me. Like, dude. Find you a friend who's not afraid to tell you. That's ridiculous. Okay? Let them show you how to take a good picture. Let them dress you up a little bit. Let them find the angle. Let them do some shit, and maybe then you'll get a fucking woman, alright? You don't have to change who you are to get a woman, alright? You just need to be realistic about the pictures, because the picture you're using of you with the fish in your hand covered in dirt, it's not that a woman would have a problem going fishing with you and getting covered in dirt. She might love that shit. But if she wants to get you to click on her profile, she's not going to post a picture of herself covered in fucking dirt with a Budweiser in her hand holding a fucking bass in the other hand. Although there are men who would click on that. They're inebriated 24/7, but if that's your type and you like whiskey dick, good for you. Also, if you message me on a dating site and there's something sketchy about you and I don't answer, don't message me 2 days later. Hey. I'll block you. I don't give a fuck. And if you would ever come across me on a dating site, don't message me and say, I watch your YouTube. Or do. I don't know. I don't know how I would react to that. I'd be like, oh. I'd probably be very surprised because most of the people that message me are from like cities or states close to me. And I'd be like, oh shit, the locals have found me. Because like, I don't know what I would do in this tiny area of Pennsylvania. If somebody walked up to me and was like, hey, I watch your YouTube channel, you're cool, you're funny. I'd be like, how'd you find my YouTube channel? Who linked you to that shit? Who showed you that? I want names. And were they making fun of me when they showed my channel to you? Because I'm just convinced that my family and my friends locally just wouldn't. They would think that what I post is fucked up, disgusting, indecent. I shouldn't post it. I shouldn't be so open. But you know what? Who cares? Who gives a shit, man? If someone don't hear from me, they're gonna hear from somebody else. You know? I feel like I've eaten too much of the breadsticks and not enough of the pizza. It's getting cold now because I have the AC on and I'm getting ready to stop this video because it's a turnaround to be 20 minutes. But, Yeah, I'll talk about anything. I really will. And I know I've said I wanted to do a live stream, but I just don't know. I don't know how that would work because the only thing I have to do a live stream on is my phone. But I'm getting kind of full and it's not an eating show anymore if I stop eating. So I'm going to stop this here. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching as always. See you later.